Well, the issue has been that when there's a conflict of interest in the public defender's attorneys with a case, then they can't represent their client, so the courts appoint an outside counsel to represent the accused, okay? Or if we have a case where there are more than one defendant who needs to be represented by the public defender's office, only one of them can be represented by our public defender, and then the courts will appoint other outside counsel. And so the costs for those outside counsels have been far exceeding budget in the last couple of years.
Drug activity, what does that say for the future of the public defender's office, and what type of financial ramifications does it have for taxpayers going forward?
Well, I've spoken to many people about my concerns for exactly what you're speaking about, is that today we're dealing with the tip of the iceberg of the opioid epidemic. We're dealing with the people who are being caught and arrested. We're dealing with the people who are overdosing and tragically passing away. But what is the impact on the families that are either left behind or because of the costs of the drug addiction are being deprived of funds for their well-being? And what is the impact on the children of growing up in those type of environments?
Have we lost a generation of Chautauqua County residents possibly due to this opiate epidemic?
I'm not qualified to render an opinion on that.
But you're a resident, obviously, not only a resident but a lawmaker. I mean, you have observational powers as well as lawmaking power, but from a human perspective, from a resident perspective, what are you seeing?
From my personal perspective,
Sure.
I am certainly concerned that of the number of tragic deaths that are occurring and the impact that these opioids are having on people who even survive, and on their children and their families and society and taxpayers.
Some say we haven't even peaked yet as far as the overdose deaths and the heroin being flooded into our communities. Is this legislative body ready to deal with those fallouts?
I don't know how to answer that question. Are we ready? I don't know what it would take to be ready. I don't know what ready means.
Ready means more money, ready means more awareness, more education, more time on these issues, maybe longer meetings. I mean, a lot of.
There's a lot of work that our Health and Human Services Department and their staff are doing, dealing with a lot of the fallout and a lot of the ramifications of this. Certainly, we have made dramatic changes in our jail medical, because a lot of the inmates that are coming into the jail are dealing with drug and other addictions, and so we've made significant changes there. We've definitely spending more money in those areas to try and deal with this. But what else should we be doing? Could we be doing? Can we be doing? These are the questions that are being asked all over the country.